With Valentine's Day weekend coming up, some might say love is in the air. And while that may be true in our personal lives, it's likely occurring in the workplace as well. In fact, recent research indicates that 70% of all relationships form in the workplace. Of that, 25% result in marriage. So we certainly can't deny the existence of workplace relationships evolving into a romantic, consensual relationship. Previously, organizations tended to ignore it and just brush it under the rug. But instead, I have found a better practice is to acknowledge it, have a strong policy for it, and manage it just like we manage any other human resources related situation. The first step is to clearly have a policy, and in that policy, you should state that it's the responsibility of the employees involved in the relationship to come forward to an official, such as the HR director, to advise the company that they are involved in a personal relationship. The goal isn't to punish someone involved in a personal relationship, rather to make sure that there's not a conflict of interest or appearance of favoritism. For that reason, policies generally prohibit supervisors from dating employees under their immediate supervision or for those employees where they have influence, such as from the Human Resources Department. Other than that, the decision of what to do with the employees really depends on the work duties. If there's no conflict of interest, if the two are able to work together without disruption of the workplace, then it's fine. But the policy should go further to state that if there is a disruption or it becomes a conflict of interest, that the employer has the right to reassign one of the people involved in the relationship. It's not based on gender at all. It's based on what the business needs are and what the company needs to do to reassign duties to protect the conflict of interest and other complications of the relationship. You also certainly can have a conversation with the employees involved if their behavior gets a bit out of hand. I had a client, for example, who was blowing kisses at his girlfriend every time she walked by his desk area. Obviously, that's a problem, and the organization handled it appropriately by asking him to stop that behavior. So again, it's like any other situation in human resources. It's based on a strong policy, and it's something from which we can manage. Another important point to consider with regard to workplace romance is that sometimes, and I emphasize sometimes, if a relationship goes sour, it can become a sexual harassment claim. In the next edition of Tuesday Tip, I'll review some HR issues that employers need to be aware of in 2016.